Keep it up, 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 keep it up.
Shops who do not have this one feature in place by the deadline will no longer have the ability to sell and tag products via their Facebook or Instagram. The April 2024 changes that have been announced for Facebook and Instagram shop. My name's Allie Hassan, and this is shopsthatconvert.com. The channel, if you are selling on Shopify and you're also selling on Instagram or Facebook, this video is for you. Are you already selling on Meta Shops? I'm super curious. Let me know in the comments below. Also below, go ahead and grab the checklist for this, all of the links to the Meta manual on all of this information so that it's super clear for you. I actually announced this last year when this news first came out, and April 2024 is when you need to have those changes in place. Super easy to remember. 4/24/24 is when the deadline is. This change is coming to Facebook and Instagram shops. For my clients specifically, Instagram shops is a large driver of revenue. In this video, you'll have everything you need to take action by the deadline, even though it was announced last year. These settings and changes are coming to fruition to compete with other platforms like TikTok. If you're selling physical products, it's probably not lost on you. The virality of TikTok shops, the TikTok shop tagging feature, and the ecosystem that TikTok has created surrounding shoppable product videos. I do predict that following the new Meta outline for shops is going to benefit you if you are tagging products or have a shop on Instagram and Facebook. I think more integrations are going to come out, meaning there will be other third-party apps and tools that we can use for our shopping experience on Instagram and Facebook. If you're watching this video, you'll probably have some uncertainty about exactly what to do if you qualify or if this is even worth your time. My intention with this video is to provide clarity and guidance in time for the deadline. I'm going to quickly cover what the changes are, why you should consider Facebook and Instagram checkout, the exact steps you need to make sure that you can actually have this in place so that you're empowered to leverage the revenue potential available with Meta Shops. Let's get started with the explanation of these changes. In June 2023, new shops were eligible for Instagram and Meta checkout. Shops that opened on Instagram and Facebook before June of last year had the option to have either Instagram and Facebook checkout or website only checkout, meaning somebody would have to go to your Shopify website, or both were an option. Starting on 4/24/2024, April 24th, 2024, you were required to have Instagram and Facebook checkout on your shop. So what does this mean? If you have products, for example, on Shopify, you will need to connect Facebook and Instagram and enable the checkout to occur within the Facebook and Instagram ecosystem. This makes checkout really seamless for your shoppers, and it's actually synced directly to your Shopify, so fulfillment can be done within Shopify itself. I've experienced working with brands who heavily drive traffic to their Facebook and Instagram shops that 8 to 15% of their revenue is actually driven by the in-app shop experience. Meta has spent a while testing this and getting data from stores who are utilizing the promotions they previously had in place that they covered, like 20% coupons. So this is not going to be an integration that they're testing the waters on. It's actually something they have a lot of data on based on the last 2 years of rolling this out. Eligibility requirements. There are 5 requirements that shops have to have in order to be able to utilize the Meta Shop checkout. I've included a link to the eligibility requirements below. You have to comply with Meta commerce policies. So there are prohibited products that cannot be sold in Meta shops. The number one question I get about this is, can digital products be sold in an Instagram or Facebook shop? And the answer is no at this time. You have to accurately represent a business and an online store. You have to be in a supported market, and the United States is a supported market for Meta Shop. Number 4, you have to demonstrate trustworthiness. And so another platform who has done this to an extreme would be Pinterest. But basically, you can't open a website, open an Instagram, and tomorrow start tagging products for checkout on Facebook and Instagram. The thought process here is that you have to have an established website, an established Instagram or Facebook account. This is to protect customers from fraud and from pop-up scam stores from taking people's money and disappearing. So this is to protect the customer. One thing that you have to have in place are all of your policies need to be on your Shopify store in your settings and in your policies section. So that is your shipping policy, privacy policy, terms of use, etc. Those are all in your Shopify settings. So Meta is actually looking for those policies to be in place. And since those policies are on your site, you have to abide by them. If your store does not meet those requirements, you will not be able to use the Meta Shop checkout, which will no longer allow you to tag your products on Instagram or Facebook, and those tags will not be tied to your website either. If you meet all of those eligibility requirements, you can go ahead and right now change your checkout method via your commerce manager. I provided a checklist and links to all of this policy and information directly on Facebook below in my description, so grab those helpful resources. If you are new to Meta Shops and this is your first time getting that set up, you are going to want to start in Shopify, put the Facebook and Instagram sales channel in Shopify, connect everything from Shopify first, and then take the following steps in the Meta Commerce Manager. It's pretty straightforward. Go to your Commerce Manager, go to your settings, go to your checkout method, and change your checkout method to checkout on Facebook and Instagram. There is information that you'll need to have in place, including customer service, shipping, and payout details. They give you all the details and that information that you need to provide as you're doing it. Those changes and that integration will take place immediately. I believe the goal of this is to provide an ecosystem for shopping that competes with TikTok, and all of these eligibility requirements and bits of information that they need are intended to protect the customer, again, from fraud pop-up shops that are just intended to take money and not actually deliver on product. Another benefit of this in terms of a larger marketing strategy is that you will be able, and you can currently create audiences based on interactions with your shop. So let's say you have 1,000, 2,000 people visit your Meta shop, meaning they go to your profile, they tap the shop button, and now they're browsing all of the products in your shop. When you have that audience of people, you can actually use that audience as a remarketing audience for ads. So this is something that my clients and I have had in place for a while if they were eligible and they were able to get through all of the requirements for Meta Shops. If you have a product that is not in a prohibited industry, this should be very straightforward for you. If you have a product that maybe your website is new, maybe you're unsure about this whole shops thing, ask your questions below and I will be happy to respond. This is just another policy that's come to fruition in 2024 to prevent scammers, spammers, and unethical online practices from watering down the consumer experience on these platforms. We've already experienced our Google and Yahoo changes to email and deliverability, and this is not only going to ensure that the shopping space in Meta is safe and secure, but it's clearly to compete with some of the other platforms. If you like this video, please subscribe. There are more on the way about Shopify, conversion rate optimization, and marketing for your physical products. See you next time.